Why is the air so spicy?
Why is the air so spicy?
It's spicy.
It's spicy.
What is Rocky now?
The air is so spicy featuring Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider.
I hate that, like, on a bi-weekly basis, Rob Schneider gets brought up.
You're recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even remember why, but Rob Schneider got brought up last week, too.
You're kidding me.
No, I am not. I don't remember the context anymore because head empty, but Rob Schneider was absolutely talked about last week as well.
Well, Rob Schneider did make a movie about being locked up in prison and like learning karate before getting there and becoming the toughest kid on the block.
Wait, that was actually it. But nobody knew that movie. Except
nobody knows the name of a Rob Schneider movie. They just kind of exist.
It's too bad you weren't there. I mean, well, nobody knew the name of the movie, but like we also didn't know it existed, period. Because Brendan was looking up Prison Break movies.
Yeah.
It's not a Prison Break movie. It's a movie about getting in prison.
Right. Well, that's the joke. The joke here is that Google returned movies that weren't Prison Break movies. They, like, some of them loosely had to do with prison and others had nothing to do with prison. And this Rob Schneider one came up. But when he was expecting stuff like Green Mile or Shawshank Redemption, he got Rob Schneider. And we all hated it.
I'm glad I was in Vegas.
Well, clearly we needed you last week to be able to be like, yeah, I know that movie. Because nobody else knew what he was talking about.
When we needed him most.
He vanished. Now my brother and I.
Stop. That podcast idea has been taken already.
Bits. Well, looks like we're in MPL down now.
Yeah, it's a crying shame what happened back there, but I guess we're stuck.
Yeah.
Quiet, you! Don't talk in this house.
Where
God!
Where did you? Sorry about that. I didn't mean to grab your hands, but
no, it's nice.
Now that I'm here, they're kind of smooth. You moisturized before we left today?
No, I just naturally am really sweaty, so it just it really it's compliments your really dry
somehow
hands.
I'm rather aroused, and despite the fact that's kind of gross.
I mean,
all right. Listen, you fucking idiots.
What?
I was gonna comment how TUQ were holding hands and shit. Then it got really fucking gross. We're moving up your execution, so right the fuck now.
Wait. No.
Yep, that's me. So you're probably wondering, how the heck did I get here? Well, it all started when Dylan was captured by some paper-eating goat. Turns out, Dylan was arrested by the world government for money laundering. So, I did what any best friend would do. I collected Christian, I snuck aboard a Navy Marine ship, and snuck my way into MPL Down. And man, was that a big mistake. First, we ran into some manticores, some human centipede-looking motherfucker that actually ended up being a bunch of scorpions, and one giant angry sphinx who talks only about noodles. Then the friggin' floor exploded. After falling through a few levels and dancing with some odd clown, we ended up here. Tricked by Sadie. And that...
and we go, ah! And then as we get shot.
Bang.
Great bit, everyone. Wrap it up. Let's clip it and ship it. Fix it and post.
Ship it. Fix it and post. Send it. No, it wasn't a bit. My love for your hands was not a bit.
Oh. Well, you might not have lotioned up, but I did.
Oh, yeah. Brown chicken, brown cow.
Yeah.
I can feel it now. How do I recover from this?
This is why I said we don't do the summary, but no, you want to do the summary on top of that.
I worked real hard on the summary. One of us is reading this.
I think mine's better.
It's not so much of a summary, but as it is, a minor retelling of random events. Anyway, On to summary. We return with our trio of Luffy, Buggy, and Mr. 3 as they continue to make their way through level 2, the petting zoo. All right, I hate this. You went continue to make their way through 2 times, and I won't stand for this. I'm
This is
erasing.
where I draw the
Yeah,
line.
I just.
Oh,
this
my
is-
bad, dude. I actually caught that. I wanted to fix that. I guess I missed that one sentence. Oops.
No integrity.
We return with our trio of Luffy, Buggy, and Mr. 3 as they continue to make their way through level 2, the petting zoo, while being pursued by a whole array of new animals like the creepy-ass manticores, puzzle scorpions, who seem like they're some sort of inspiration of human centipede, and pasta-speaking freak that is the Sphinx, who utters Gomen, before breaking the floor and dropping everyone into level 3, the ashy place. When everyone regains consciousness, they learn they have dropped down into a litter box filled with the dried up human remains of prisoners who died of thirst and starvation, surrounded by Chief Guard Soldeath and his blue gorillas. The group manages to escape capture due to a well-timed Sphinx interference, and it is at this time that Buggy decides to part ways and continue his journey toward becoming King of the Pirates, accompanied by his new division commander, Mr. 3. Now left alone, Luffy appears to be in a pickle. That is, until he is rescued by yet another familiar face. Who's that I see? Why, it's Zoro! Psych! It's Bon Clay, baby!
Woo!
The number 1 ally to the Straw Hat Pirates is here, unbothered and thriving. Down below on level 5, we see Ace and Jinbei exchanging words, Crocodile calling for the end of Whitebeard's reign, Magellan shows off his powers, and Boa finally delivers her message to Ace before taking her leave. With the war looming overhead and Luffy slowly making his way towards Ace, makes you wonder, who are we going to run into next? Oh, right, and there's a new OP that we're not allowed to watch, apparently.
Nope, it's illegal. Also, I thought the floor was called the starvation floor. or
Yeah,
something.
I think do they
That's
just have
exactly what it's
different
called.
names?
Oh, I changed their names to be Mimi.
Okay.
Level 3 is
Okay.
just,
Because when I
dust.
think of Ashy Place, the first thing I thought of was Justin. I'm not gonna lie.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Wow. First I write the summary, then you and geez. All right. Whatever.
Hey, you shot me.
You had it coming.
That's fair.
You're right.
Is this going to be an ongoing thing? 'Cause I
Wait,
love
there
it.
was something else in here that I was like, wait a minute, did we? But now I don't remember. Maybe it was just the names.
You want to reread the summary?
No.
But yeah, the new OP, I watched it. It's a lot longer than I remember it being. And like quite literally half to like 75% of it was pretty safe. It was just, cool opening sequence, imaginative stuff, blah 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 blah. Nothing nothing spoiling anything. And then it got like it revealed some characters we haven't seen yet / other returning faces.
Owner of the Dimsdale Dimmadome.
And I was a little concerned about that. Less about the new face that will be coming up shortly. Surprisingly, I'm more concerned about spoiling a face or two who will be returning. So yeah, we're just gonna hold off on the new OP for a couple weeks. To all you people watching / listening with us.
I'm gonna laugh if I didn't even get it.
My brain is telling me to wait 4 weeks. I didn't actually count episodes like I probably should have, but I'm gonna say 4 weeks and see where we are in 4 weeks. Hopefully we're past spoilers by then, but we'll figure it out. We'll get there when we get there. So anyway, what do you guys think of these 3 episodes?
Oh my god, what the hell is Crystal watching in there? It sounds like a gunfight is going on. I'm sorry, I got distracted because of hold up. Turn that shit down! All I'm hearing is, oh my god!
It sounds like that movie Kevin McAllister plays in Home Alone to scare off the dudes.
Imagine Kevin
criminals.
McAllister with an actual machine gun.
Yeah.
Honestly, if they made Kevin McAllister all grown up, I 100% believe he's a gun owner.
But it's like a rated R movie and he's just actually murdering all the house invaders like John Wick style.
No. They plot twist us, and they actually turn him into the killer.
Oh,
He's the one that
no.
goes in, and it's a trick movie where it's like, oh, it's called Home Alone, but it's like marketed as like a scary movie, but then it just turns into that.
I don't want a timeline with bad Kevin McAllister.
I mean, we already
want
have that
good.
timeline. He's been a drug addict for like 20 years since making Home Alone. He
Listen,
immediately dived into
Every
cocaine.
childhood star has their issues, mostly drugs. Doesn't make him a bad guy.
Never said he was a bad guy.
Christian said he was a
I
bad guy.
said, I said that.
Oh,
Shame on you, Christian.
I regret nothing.
it's
what were we talking
can kiss
about?
in prison?
One Piece, I think.
That doesn't sound
One
like
Piece.
us.
No,
Nah.
we normally talk about Elden Ring.
Yeah,
Yo,
you do.
they dropped that
No,
guy I've been talking about.
no,
Dropped another boss video. This time it
no.
was Radon versus a bunch of
Shut up.
people.
Shut.
He got his ass clapped.
You're about to get your ass clapped if you don't shut up.
Don't promise him with a good time.
Don't worry, I moisturized that too. No butt can you hear?
We
Okay,
broke
so
Justin. This is what
She
we
was
happens
already
when we're in
broken. We
charge.
just added fuel. We just took the rock and hammer
so
to
we
it.
watched One Piece episodes 430
Hey!
to 432. What are your thoughts and opinions, guys?
Oh right, yeah. The episodes are fine. They're fun. There's a lot of good gags in here. I liked it.
Mhm.
Solid 7 out of 10 set of episodes, I think.
For me, it was kind of a struggle because I had to play catch up since I was in Vegas last week. So
Fucking brag about it.
I know, right? I sweat to death there, and I came back to sweating even worse.
Damn, that's rough.
And I know, I told you that's why I said I'm sweaty. But no, so for me it was just like a long trudge to get through them because the last week's were hard to get through for me personally.
Interesting.
Yeah, but this week's there were some good moments. Like I finally got to see Crocodile Kun.
Mm-hmm.
Soon.
I'm hyped for that. And I've
Mhm,
already got my tinfoil hat in the oven ready to go.
Oh, is it ready to take out, or we still got to let it bake a little bit more?
No, it still needs to bake. We got another
Oh.
like 20 minutes, I think. Of
Yeah,
baking.
maybe like one more week.
Yeah.
Also,
Not a whole
who the
lot.
fuck?
You know, I just put it in.
Okay. So we gotta let it marinate and let the bread rise and all that.
Well, no,
other-
I gotta pull it out and let it rest.
Yes. I know how to cook. Clearly,
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, I'll look forward to that next week then.
Sam.
Mm-hmm. It should be good. Should be good, delicious.
I do agree with Christian's rating of a 7 out of 10 here. Surprisingly, I feel like one of these episodes could have been cut. Mostly like 131. That was like an
You gotta
actual
remind me which one
transition
that-
episode.
Like which one? Like what happened in that one? Because I'm trying to remember.
430, they're still on level 2, the end of the episode with falling down the pit. 431,
Okay.
they're in level 3, they're running around. Episode ends with them with the face reveal of Bon Clay. 432, Bon Clay shows up, helps Luffy, ends with them running off in the distance, blah 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 blah. Personally, I felt like we I don't know, I feel like we were, it's not like we were in level 3 too long, but I was just like, we could have like, I don't know, there's some fluff that we could cut here and there. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's because I'm excited to get to where we're going. And I'm like, all right, let's
I mean,
let's pick it up a little bit.
we're still not even out of 3. We spend what 1.5 episodes in level 3, basically.
Mm,
Well, 2 episodes. I guess most of 431
Solid
is 431 is all of level 3. Also, we've only spent 2 episodes here. I don't know. I sure there's some fluff that maybe could have been cut down, but for the most part, it felt all right. I guess.
I think
feel
for me,
like, again, like last week's where we were just stuck in level like what 1 for like the whole time.
Levels
That
1
was
and 2.
excessive.
I think last week's episodes were actually pretty good. I felt like there was a nice flow going, mostly because I was just excited to be with Buggy.
Yeah, I think much the same way Buggy bits carried last week's set of episodes, which I would probably also classify as like a 7, maybe an 8 out of 10 set of episodes.
I'd give it an 8.
These episodes are mostly carried by the reveal of Bon Clay, and that happens at the end of 431. So his entire involvement in, well, the end of 431 and all of 432 is like what makes these episodes. Otherwise, there's really like nothing much else to go on here other than
Ace stuff.
Then the stuff that happens with Ace and Boa and Jinbei. That's about it, because the rest is just shenanigans of wandering through the desert / the rest of level 2 in 430 and dealing with the Sphinx, So, but yeah, I mean, these episodes are mainly carried by bits from choice characters.
So I could finally also talk about something else now,
Which
is, remember a long time ago when I drew a photo of Crocodile, but, the Simpsons meme?
Yeah.
So I accidentally spoiled myself when I was looking for a plain photo of Crocodile.
I remember that. Yeah.
What happened?
It was a scene of Crocodile in the prison.
Yeah.
So I knew, oh baby, he's coming back. And once I finally saw this, I was like, it's happening. We're here.
That's the only reason Devin's been watching One Piece this far. He's just like, I'm just waiting for Crocodile.
Yep.
I know he's coming back. I don't know when, but I'll be there.
Just hearing his voice and his simple laugh. Yes.
And that smile. That damn smile.
I dropped the soap for that.
So I'm curious, did you have any thoughts while you were waiting all this time? Like predictions or questions?
I didn't know how they were going to bring him back in to a degree. Like, I had a general idea because I do still know a little bit more in the future, but I didn't know like when it was going to happen or anything like that. For me, right now, I just got, like I said, I got my tinfoil hat cooking in the oven now. So I got some theories as to why they're bringing him back now. And I hope I'm right. I don't think I am going to be right, but I can dream.
That sounds like a Devin first. I made this theory. I don't think it's right, though, but you never know.
You never know. I doubt it's going to be relevant because it's kind of like one of those, it already happened. Why do it again?
Interesting.
Yeah, so there's a little spoonful taste of the recipe. We'll get more next week when it's done cooking.
Gotcha.
With what Crocodile talks about and the way he acts in these episodes, friend Crocodile arc is looking a little shaky at the moment. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, that bridge is looking really rickety.
It's rickety. Yeah, Frankie definitely did not build that bridge. This is a solid Luffy. This is a solid Usopp Luffy job right here.
So let's walk it in for the listeners. So episode, I think it was a 430, right? Just 430.
Yes.
430. Probably I think it was the first or second half. We walk into Ace's cell that he's sharing with Jinbei, who is introduced to the fans. Jinbei is the last Shishibukai to be revealed. Shishibukai, Warlord of the Sea.
Okay, so he was a warlord.
Yes, he is, Devin.
Why the hell
they
is he in
mentioned it
prison?
several times.
He's in prison for not wanting to fight in the war. Specifically, the reason he doesn't want to fight in the war is because of how much he admires Whitebeard. The reason is after Gold Roger was executed and started the Great Pirate Age and whatnot, a lot of people, pirates and Marines included, it's across the Red Line, they chose to go through Fishman Island. And in doing that, they started causing a ruck, making a mess of things. More specifically, that's when like the whole fishman mermaid slave trade thing started happening. And it went on for a while. And as Jinbei put it, the citizens of Fishman Island just kind of like threw their hands up. They thought it was hopeless. Like, this is just our new reality now. And so Whitebeard, in all his power, glory, and status, simply uttered the words, "Fishman Island is under my territory, and nobody fucked with Fishman Island ever again."
See, I interpret it as dibs.
Yeah, basically. He basically said, "Yo, dibs." And everyone's like, "I bet you got it. You got it, Whitebeard.
That's yours." But he did it in a righteous sense, because Jinbei also mentioned.
I thought it was in a Make-A-Wish sense because, he's on a breathalyzer.
Shut up. He made a lot of wishes then, because Jinbei points out that he did this to a number of like poor and basically similar situation islands. So he made a lot of wishes.
You never know. Maybe that was one of his wishes. I want as many islands as I call dibs on. And they were like, well, shit, no one's ever asked for that. I guess,
Yeah.
shit, I guess we gotta own up to that.
Nobody's
Actually,
ever genie situationed this. Like, let me get 3 more wishes.
Actually, hold on. This is a little bit of a headcanon thing that I'm working with right now. But so we know that Whitebeard refers to his crew members as sons.
Correct.
For whatever particular reason. What if he refers to all of his claimed territories as homes? So you always have a home, no matter where you go. I don't know. In my head, I was like, I like wholesome. I like
that
wholesome.
sounds very acceptable.
My brain also just, when you call it, reminded me that he calls everyone his sons.
Mm-hmm.
It just reminded me of like, hey, yo, Dad, are you gonna come back with the milk and cigarettes? Because how often does he visit those places?
Probably never. Well, I wouldn't say never. He probably goes back to some of them sometimes, but not very often. That man's got places to be, other islands to wish. And now a war to fight instead.
That's canon now.
Whitebeard's just a Make-A-Wish kid who wished for infinite wishes.
Pro gamer move.
Pro gamer move.
So what do you guys?
10 hacks in video games that you could use to get away and break the system.
Whitebeard is hacker man.
So what do you guys think of Jinbei now that he's been actually revealed? You see his full appearance and whatnot.
That's a fish.
Yeah, a whale shark do be
big fish.
You do be a big fish.
That'd be a big fish.
Any thoughts? Any predictions? You don't really have much to go on, but
Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot to mention about him other than the idea that he's this so-called honorable pirate that he's a pirate. I think
he's racist against other pirates.
Yeah, he like self-described himself as a pirate who hates pirates, but somehow managed to accrue a 250 million berry bounty along the way. So I'm curious, I guess, to find out how he earned a bounty when he, I don't know, maybe didn't do so much pirate things. It feels weird that he would hate pirates, but then also go and like loot a village or something, you know, or like.
What if he's just looting other pirates?
But why would that earn him a bounty?
He's
doing the government a favor.
No point.
Which is probably why he became
a whole lot of sense that he's a he's
a warlord. He considers a warlord.
Friends with
that would make perfect sense why he's a warlord, because he like actively. I don't know that he actively goes out of his way to fuck with other pirates, but he at least like he's the pirate who hates pirates, so it makes sense that he's a warlord because you essentially work for the government who also hates pirates.
Snitches get stitches.
But again, at some point along the line, he did some kind of pirate-like behavior. Maybe he was a like real bad guy, and then something happened that he went, "Whoa, maybe what I'm doing here, what pirates are doing these days, is kind of fucked up." And then started hunting other pirates, and then the government recognized him and made him a warlord. Something like that. I'm gonna guess is probably what happened. Makes the most sense in my head.
Wait. Jinbei is the guy who went up and climbed the red line and when he was in his prime, because he looking kind of dummy thick right now, and he's the one that climbed the wall.
We got that guy's name. It's not Jinbei. I don't remember what it was.
But
his name was Fisher Tiger in that story. That particular fishman who climbed up to Mary's, I think, and freed a bunch of slaves.
But did we ever see what Fisher Tiger looked like?
No, we did not.
We saw like a silhouette or something of him, I thought.
It could be him, but skinny. And he got fat, and then they changed his name.
Counterpoint, tigers, very good at climbing. Whale sharks, not so much.
But fish tiger, that don't make sense. That's a tiger shark. The logic doesn't. Neither of our logic work.
I don't know. I like this theory of Jinbei is actually just Fisher Tiger. Just the world doesn't know it.
Yeah, tigers eat fish.
Well,
he's a Fisher Tiger.
Know it, which is why he's working for the world government as a shish kebab.
Just say warlord. It's hurting you. I can hear your brain breaking.
Shish kebab.
He's a shish kebab. The world government is grilling his ass as we speak, which is kind of fucked up because he's a fish. I mean, it'd be fucked up, even more fucked up for the human ones, but...
I mean, how do you think Goat-kun would feel about it? Most shish kebabs have lamb on it.
Ooh.
That's why he's protected by Sen Goat-kun.
It all ties together.
Does it? I don't.
Yeah,
we said it, but I don't feel very confident.
Even more because where do you barbecue? The beach. What's at the beach? Seagulls. Where's a seagull? On top of
my God.
Goku's head.
Now
Checkmate.
it's coming together. Checkmate atheists.
Where's your Eneru now?
He's on the moon, duh. I actually, minor concern here is on level 5. I get they're highly confined and they're all surrounded by sea prism in the cages and the cuffs that are on them, but it still feels weird that the world government wouldn't have solitary cells for all of these very, very high profile criminals that are.
Why do you say that?
Well, there's multiple to a cell. Like for the two most highly, I don't know, notorious ones in there right now, Ace and Jinbei, are in the same cell together. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, to be fair, the fish guy got bonked by the weird little goat dude that may or may not be Chopper.
What?
I'm kidding.
I'm about to say you lost me, and I'm like, are you claiming
I don't think I even fully processed what you even said.
Same. Very much same.
Well, when he scratched his ass, he got hit on the head. Remember?
Oh, by the fucking Minotaur that's guarding the labyrinth.
We don't know. He's just a black silhouette the whole time.
It's a Minotaur.
You never know.
No.
For all I know, it could be a fucking dog mixed with a
You don't know that, Christian.
Rock.
No. Shut up.
Let me just disregard my knowledge of Greek history and mythology.
I know that. For all I know, it could be a fucking Cerberus. And it's just three heads
we already
and
had
one tiny little...
Cerberus.
What makes you think you can't have another one? We're literally in hell, kind of. Anyway, right. So to answer your question, at least partially, yeah, it's a valid question to ask. Why are we putting multiples of, in theory, the world's most dangerous criminals in a cell together? Specifically with the case of Jinbei and Ace, they are the least, I guess, resistant at the moment. And Jinbei fully accepts, like, hey, I don't want to fight in the war, and if you're going to imprison me for that, go ahead, whatever. Ace...
I don't think I think Ace is highly resistant. He's just had the shit beaten out of him.
I don't know. At least for me, I look at Ace in the cell.
Have you seen his paper?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I feel like Ace is defeated, like emotionally, mentally. I don't know. I feel like he just wants this over with. At least that's what I get. At least I don't get much of a resistance force from Ace when I look at him in the cell. Maybe I'm crazy.
Where is this going? I'm confused.
Well, Christian was wondering why there's no solitary confinement for these people in level 5 who are supposed to be the world's most dangerous criminals. And
yeah, but that is a thing that I agree with. Like, for example, like, why the hell is Crocodile sharing a cell with like 8 other crazy ass dudes?
Yeah, like all the rest of them are like super packed into those cells.
They're probably just a bunch of chumps who just did some awful things and ranked up a bounty. But like, honestly, in my personal opinion, Crocodile stored in a room with like 8 other dudes. Those 8 other dudes should be afraid of Crocodile, all right? Not the other way around.
That's the thing is all of these people allegedly are supposed to have over 250 million berry bounties. So having any 2 of them, let alone like the packed cells that they do have, feels like a weird oversight. Now, again, this is a level 5 where we haven't really seen what besides the Minotaur wandering around and the fact that the warden's office is 1 8-hour elevator ride away.
Apparently, it's slower to go down an elevator than it is to actually just fucking walk.
than it is for Luffy to blunder his way through the first 3 levels. Either way,
to be fair, he like fell down 2 of those levels.
No, he fell down one of them and then he broke the other one.
That's still falling. He got to level 3 by falling.
He still fell. Yeah. They're obviously, it's mostly probably due to the fact that some of these, if not all of them, have devil fruit powers, and as such, the sea prism is enough to contain them. And then whatever potential measures are also on that level besides the Minotaur. Unless the Minotaur is perfectly capable of handling all of them, in which case, go off, kid. I don't know. I can't wait to see you bonk somebody else for being in horny jail.
Is that where we were?
I think so. Although we didn't get bonked. We got shot. Is this the afterlife?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's only a level 1 Marine, so...
To be fair, level 5 is for people also on death row.
Well... Yeah, they're just like stored off on the side like Ace.
I mean, money laundering is a high offense.
Anyway, anything else worth talking about in these episodes? I mean, there is, but like I don't know where to go.
I mean, we could talk about
Not a
Bon Clay, baby.
Yeah, baby. Meow, meow. Come on, meow.
Wait, isn't that Frankie's voice?
Yes, because they have the same voice actor.
Well, yeah, but isn't that Frankie's quirk?
It's both of
his
them now.
little-
I don't know. I hear both when they say that, or I think it's because my brain conflates same voice actor, same lines. I don't know. It works perfectly fine for me. I ain't complaining. Oh, come on, meow.
Bon Clay.
Hey, baby.
I mean, Zorro, baby.
Except psych, it's Bon Clay, baby.
Except it's really Bon
Trick us
Clay.
with that little face reveal thing.
I think it was like
It wasn't for us. It was for
for
Luffy.
Right, but
it was like a small swerve. It was like, oh, we know it's Bon Clay, and there's like, wait a minute, what? And then
Well,
they're
what
like,
if?
ha. Yeah, exactly.
Imagine what if Zorro just like was there and then we just had like 3 episodes of how the fuck he got there.
Well, it would answer your question from today's episode where they covered all the backstories of where everybody else is spending their time right now. And we did ask, how the heck would Zorro get there? I was getting anywhere with his, lack of transportation and
The
sense
answer
of
is
direction.
he's not.
He gets lost.
Translation, he's already an impel down.
He's already been turned into a negative hollow.
But yeah, we got Bon Clay, baby. This is actually probably like my favorite like blast from the past reveal in this arc. Mostly because I know some stuff is gonna happen down the road in a couple episodes, but like Bon Clay is just so cool, bro. He is a bro. I love me some Bon Clay.
I had that, but with Crocodile.
Crocodile is not a bro.
He's very much not a bro.
He's a bro in writing.
I don't feel like
no,
he is.
From a writer's perspective, not from a
He's a bro. He's a bro to the person that created him because he's a cool character.
Yeah,
and he's fun to watch. Not a bro to anyone else in the show though. Very much an
any
enemy.
capacity.
Definitely should be.
Definitely looking to start some chaos.
And I'm looking forward to it.
I did like that little interaction though, to go back to that real quick. Just like where Jinbei and Ace are having this like little aside, except everyone on the floor can hear them, and Crocodile just starts laughing in the corner. You fool. Everyone hates Whitebeard here. We can't wait to murder that guy. You're like literally the only 2 people who like this guy.
I love everyone else called everybody in there perpetual silver medalists. I'm like, wow,
that was also like a low key
that felt
great
like,
dig.
that one hurt me a little bit. I was I got second place.
He called himself, he called himself a silver medalist too, but like everyone else there just being called silver to Whitebeard's gold is like, mwah.
Mwah. But that hurt a little bit hearing that. I was like, I'm a silver medalist in life too.
Mm-hmm.
Should I be mad at Whitebeard?
Well, you wouldn't be placed on level 5. You're like we're all like a solid level 1. Let's be honest.
I like to believe I'm threatening enough to be on level 2.
Die before we even get there.
Listen, doesn't matter how I get there or how I'm threatening. I am threatening enough to be on level 2.
You got bowel movements like the warden.
I can't compete with that. That man's a biological weapon.
That's fair. I don't know, man. That dude eats literal poison for like 10 hours a day.
Some people would argue that I do as well. Ask Crystal.
That's just true.
Eat something healthy, I die. Eat literal trash, healthy.
McDonald's for the 8th time today. Oh, man.
So speaking of Magellan, he showed off his powers a little bit. What do you think of that?
I hate it.
You hate it?
Yeah.
What do you hate about it?
The dumbest reason why.
Is it going to be the poison acid thing?
Well, I mean, yes, but not necessarily just that. He ate the venom fruit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Poison.
Yeah, I agree with this, actually. I think this is dumb. I don't know if this is like potentially
just give him the poison fruit. It was that easy.
Actually, let me look up his thing on.
Is it actually venom? I thought it was poison.
Nope, venom.
I'm checking the wiki. This case is like a translation thing.
Venom.
In my sub, it was the venom fruit.
Okay, so tilted. Official, for whatever reason, English translators have changed it to venom fruit. It's officially poison in Japanese.
Good.
So I guess
That
as it should
I'm okay
be.
with.
As it should be. I don't know why whatever property that owns the English sub/dub would call it venom. I don't know what the reasoning.
People who don't know the difference between poison and venom.
Maybe you're right.
Venom, it bites you, you die. Poison, you bite it, you die. It's that easy.
Yeah,
dear Viz and Funimation, please explain why you called it venom fruit. Like, just call it poison. What is there to change? What are we afraid of, like, copywriting infringing upon? I don't understand. Explain that one to me, please.
So I'm grateful that in Japan it's recognized as the poison
as
fruit.
It should be.
Because that tilts me. Because I'm like, he didn't bite no one.
he didn't bite no one.
Dunked some people. He was like,
splooge in the area, and then all of a sudden they die. I mean, but as a character, I don't mind him. He's interesting. It's kind of funny how he's, has the hots for Boa, but at the same time,
everybody got
like everybody.
Yeah, but then again, that's just Hancock memes.
I'm just curious, I guess, like out of it, if you're really impressed by his power reveal, or rather not reveal, but like demonstration, put all these inmates in line.
I mean, I'm interested to see what he can do with it, as I usually am when we only get teases of fruits, but he used it on a bunch of helpless goons. Like, they literally had no chance to fight back whatsoever. So it was like, it certainly looks impressive, and I'm sure whoever fights him is going to have trouble, but yeah, I mean, this display is only just an overwhelming authority spike here, because he's just...
Granted, he also does have the advantage in this setting because there's no airflow. So using D&D logic, a 10-mile-an-hour gust of wind will blow poison spray away in there. In here, there's no natural wind gust that can move the poison, so it will fill up a room and murk anyone inside. So he does have an advantage, so it makes sense why he's in charge of an underwater area. As for how the lower levels get a readily available source of oxygen, don't even get me started on that, but... Because I doubt they have an HVAC system in there.
Really long scuba diving tube thing for your mask.
One hose on each floor.
One really long garden hose.
Yeah. One stretchy boy.
That's my headcanon. Can't change my mind.
It's a hose that ate the gum fruit.
Wait, no, the two of them can't exist in the same universe.
No, it's not the gum fruit. It's the stretch fruit. Totally different.
It's the stretch.
No, it's the bungee. It's because it's got the properties.
It's got the properties of bungee but not the gum.
Bungee and hose.
Bungee and hose. I hate it. Yeah, I was initially, before we got their extremely dark explanation for it, I was wondering how they got a desert down in level 3.
Yeah, where's the sun?
That is also true. Where is this? Like, there's clearly a lot of light here, but where's it come from?
Heat lamps above? Like,
it's,
sorry, I'm talking over you. Like, is there giant lizard heat vent plants above? Is it because the floor underneath is cooking above?
Has to be.
What the hell?
You ever seen those really old copper movies from like let's say like 80s, 90s, where they during the interrogation scenes they had a low hanging lamp? That's just all that is. Is there to just roast you?
Just a bunch of really low hanging heat bulbs.
Mixed with the lower floor, being literally on fucking fire, I guess, according to the Google Maps.
Yes, correct.
But that doesn't make sense, because then the other floors above that would also be roasting.
Nah, really good installation, bro.
Wasn't level 4 also extreme? Wait, wasn't the warden's office on level 4 and like everything was really warm except for his office?
I believe so.
I don't
that's
remember
correct.
them stating that.
I'm very I could double check it, but I'm very much convinced I remember Magellan's office is on level 4.
The floor his office was on was the whole floor was super warm. But except for his office. But then we stumble on level 3 where it's also just a desert. So does it like permeate through the floor and end up in level 4 really warm as well, or we just have a whole separate heating system?
Level 4 is the hot room. heat rises, warms up the floor to level 3, which is the sandy pit area. It gets hot, but I guess the sand is like a little bit of an insulator, so it stays captured in that room.
That all makes sense.
Makes sense to me. But
I
also,
don't
it's
know
not saying
enough.
it's dried up human remains from people who didn't eat or drink forever. I don't know.
Right, yeah. So the quote unquote sand is just the withered away to dust remains of all of the people in the last probably 800 years the world government has existed, just faded away into nothingness, except it's not nothing, it's sand. They're sand now.
How would that make you feel, knowing you're just walking on not exactly ashes, but pretty close? Just human dust.
It's dirty.
feel like
it's everywhere.
Yeah, I mean the dust that you have in your room that's like on that shelf is predominantly human particles, whether it's skin cells or dead hair or so on and so forth. So like just imagine, I'm imagining that, but in piles, and I hate it.
As you should.
Yeah.
Viscerally.
Also, I'm pretty sure people don't just churn to sand; they just churn to dust. Like,
Right.
Dust,
you would think
sand,
that whole
particle,
room would
particle.
just be like cloudy.
Well,
Wow.
not necessarily. I mean, a
Because
lot
sand is just like annihilated rocks.
Yeah, well, that's the point here, is that like we thought it was sand initially, and then we're told that it's also human
It's people.
remains. It's human people. Now, part of that could be bone dust, and bone dust is probably much heavier than, hair and skin cell dust. But for the most part, this is dust. They're in a desert. So
Which is
like
gross.
it should like it would be funny and gross for effect if like they were trudging through these sand pits and it was just kicking up all this dust and like giving them allergies or something. I don't know. because with that
They
much
snort the
dust,
and they
holy
get the
hell.
memories of the dead people there.
God forbid any of them had any allergies,
please.
man. They'd be dead. They'd be dead like Mr. 3 is just baking alive in this biome here.
Speaking of Mr. 3, what was that face he made when he heard Bon Clay over in the distance?
Fear.
Was it? I don't know. It was
Disgust.
just a really
I don't know.
strange face to be making.
No, I don't know. It feels like he just, I don't know the singular word to describe his reaction. He just definitely did not want to go towards where he was hearing that voice was coming from. That's all I can definitely tell you. He had absolutely no desire to go over there, but Big Brain Buggy was like, this guy is clearly very energetic in this extremely depressing and just warm environment, oppressively hot environment. Clearly, he's someone we need on our side. And Mr. 3's like,
he's right.
I don't know. He was right, but not in the way he hoped, because Bon Clay, upon hearing that Luffy is in the building, immediately goes, fuck you guys. I'm going to help my boy out. And Luffy finally gains an actual ally in this hellhole that is Impel Down, and not the traitorous dogs that are Buggy and Mr. 3.
Mr. 3 maybe. Buggy would never betray Luffy. Nah.
We've seen him do it like 4 times.
Like literally, I could count on multiple
And
hands.
twice to his face.
Nah, dude. No.
Also true.
Buggy would never.
Buggy would and
No.
has.
Buggy did.
Buggy do.
No.
Buggy see, Buggy do.
This is a very inaccurate depiction of the future King of the Pirates.
I don't know. Well, this is something that he's going to have to delete from his Twitter now and hope that he doesn't get canceled for it in 4 years when he becomes King of the Pirates.
We will member.
This is a stain on his otherwise a perfect record.
No.
But yeah, no, Luffy finally has someone who's going to actually have his back in Bon Clay, and a powerful ally at that, seeing as the double team between him and Luffy is makes quick work of the Noodle Sphinx.
Correct.
Much to the dismay of what was his name? Saldeth?
Saldeth, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Who?
The
short
little
little
looking dude.
Yeah, the short
the
little
goblin.
goblin guy. Yeah, who actually
Yeah.
has a pretty cool design. I think. I
like the
think
goblin.
his design is pretty sick.
He reminds me of the guy from Soul Eater, the little demon,
I didn't watch.
Soul's demon in the piano room.
I'm struggling to remember this anime so hard. I know what you're talking about, but I have like
Hey,
zero
you
memory.
listeners, you know who I'm talking about.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Oh, Soul Eater, little demon dude.
He's literally red. He looks like a demon. He dresses up in like jazzy clothes, like striped suit.
Oh, I know what
Fucking
you're talking
snaps his
about. I
fingers.
can feel it.
He's like, come on.
My brain.
Or
Come
what's her
on.
name? Open the box.
I'm struggling to think. It hurts. All right, I give up. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know what you're talking about. But I believe you. All I need to know what to do. Anyway.
Goblin.
God.
Just watch out for Goblin Slayer. He'll come in and wreck them.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
Filthy goblins.
I also just want to go back slightly to Prob 431, I think, where we get another brief interlude back at Marine headquarters where Sengoku is chastising
Livid.
Garp for all, not only for his own actions but also for the actions of Luffy,
His family.
who is currently
His
his family as a whole, I guess, is a fair statement. But in this particular instance, he's complaining about how Luffy is just going on a rampage through Impel Down right now, and Garp is just laughing it up in the background, loving every second of what Goat-kun is saying. Every word that leaves Sengokun's mouth brings Garp the best joy, the biggest happiness he's ever felt.
I'm so proud of my grandson. He's accomplishing so much.
Absolutely.
I think my favorite part about that whole scene is when he takes the cookies
Oh,
out and
dude, yeah.
eats him himself. I was so hoping that the goat would actually be in there, or like actual goat-kun, and he would feed the goat the cookies. That would have golden ham instant.
I think it would have been great if Sengoku turned like he did, turned the bag upside down, ate all the cookies, munched them, and then handed the plastic bag to Goat-kun.
Slams credit card on counter. Give me that shit now.
I'll take all your plastic bags.
I'm pretty sure they can't digest those, but you know what?
This goat
Science.
can. He
It's
eats
one piece,
paper
it's fine.
for a
Goat
living.
can. He's got the shred fruit.
I'm telling you, dude. It's facts. It's factual.
No, there's no facts. He shredded them all.
Oh, no.
Yep. Also facts. Up there, that one goes. That's a fact. Up there, that one goes. He ate that one too.
No, yeah. I love this scene between these two geezers. And then is that and whoever's sitting off on the couch to the right, is that a Kainu or just some other random dude? Like,
I think that's just a very random Marine. If he's made appearances in the show before, I'm very unaware of his identity. But he's not an admiral. I know who the other admiral is. I know what he looks like. That ain't a Kainu. I can tell you that much.
okay. Yeah, so whatever Marine is just sulking off on the other end of the couch he's just got a free soap opera episode between
My
these
dude
two
is just
geezers.
sitting there big chilling, just trying not to be embarrassed by these two higher ups making
We did
absolute fool of each other.
also in this scene get that little tidbit where Sengoku calls Garp the hero of the Marines or something, or the world government or something like that. So now I want to know about that.
What he be doing though?
What did he be doing in his youth?
Did they mention that already? I'm not gonna say anything because, I'm pretty sure it's been brought up, and maybe you guys missed it. But in case it hasn't, I don't want to be the one to inform you.
I don't
It'll
remember.
be brought up again for sure.
It is entirely
hasn't.
possible that he has been referred to that way before. I just don't remember it, and so that
We
makes
just
it
don't
new.
know why.
That makes it new information, and so I'm excited.
As you should be. Whenever you figure it out, if it comes up, hopefully soon, maybe soon, I don't know. Whenever it gets brought up again, the information will be pleasing to y'all, I believe.
We also got the name drop for that one guy, the one guy that broke out of Impel Down 20 years ago, but we're not going to learn any more about because fuck us.
Filler.
He's just a name guy, and he did that thing, and we're not going to talk about it.
Escape in 20 years. Who is he? You'll never
They
know.
very much faded to a scene that was going to be like, hey, we're going to tell you about that guy now, and then they didn't.
They didn't.
Which I guess I appreciate because really I don't care anymore. but I don't know.
I think that was literally wasn't that going to be leading on into like weren't those like filler episodes? That's why we skipped them.
Yeah.
Well,
they
no.
loosely. Yeah. So
Oh, you mean the ones
episodes
we did skip?
Right. I forgot to mention this at the beginning of this episode. If you've made it this far and had many questions, dear listener, we didn't watch the movie like we said we would last week. Last minute
you guys
changes.
Suck. You didn't watch the movie?
No. The reason we didn't is because there's something else we want to watch with it. It's referred to as a One Piece chapter / episode 0. Brendan thought that that content would be in episode 426. He went back and he was like, "Oh no, that's just a filler arc, anime only thing that like very, very loosely refers to the movie and maybe sets it up a little bit, but it's not worth watching." So what we're gonna do is down the road, as we get deeper into this arc and a little bit past the next arc, after we get past some spoilery stuff, we're then gonna watch the movie and that episode 0 thing.
We're not just going to watch it next week instead?
No, it's going to be down the road, unfortunately.
Nuvi might.
And mostly because the episode 0 thing, despite coming out... Does it come out? It comes out after the movie was revealed, and it's supposed to be a prelude to the movie. It spoils stuff that comes out after the movie. It's very weird, and we just don't want to ruin anything for anyone, so we'll get there when we get there,
so
unfortunately.
Like, you guys figured this out after Brendan said he wasn't going to be here this week.
No, we mentioned this last week, maybe not on cast, but that day in the chat, because coincidentally, a fan of ours, actually no, it might have been, I made a tweet and a post discussing it after we recorded, I think. I was like, hey, just a heads up, we said we were going to do this. We lied. It's going to be this instead. Sorry, we'll get back to you. And me and Brendan and Jordy were talking. And he was like, yeah, no, there's a bunch of spoilery stuff in there. I'd save it for a little bit down the road.
Yeah, and you made that tweet because Brendan told us he wasn't going to be here this week.
That's just a coincidence.
Okay. Well, that
is a coincidence.
I noticed it like a half hour after you talked about it in our general podcast chat. So I just went, oh, okay. I mean, that sure.
Although, to be fair, when Brendan last minute reminded us that he had some trip that he was going on, he was going to miss this week, and also, in theory, the movie, I started asking for filler content. I was like, is there anything we could do? Do we just watch the next week's episodes? What do we do? And then in the process of discussing that, he was like, oh, this and that, and blah, 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 blah. Now we're here.
All
So,
right.
long story short, fuck Brendan. I was taking a last minute vacation again.
I'd do that.
Well, wasn't that last minute, like you told us.
Yeah, you let us know.
Bitch.
I think you guys missed what I was implying, but okay. That's good.
Who are you again?
Anyway, anything else we want to talk about in these episodes? I feel like we did a pretty good job stretching this out.
Well, just the last thing, I guess, is while Warden Magellan is going on his prisoner killing rampage, Hancock takes the time to have a private conversation with Ace and let him know all about basically just the fact that Luffy's here is the important part. I'm not really sure. That conversation kind of goes on for a minute. Like she's telling him a lot of things, and I'm not really sure what she's telling him about.
Buggy the Clown is the next king of the pirates, and the One Piece is the friends we made along the way.
Side tangent,
she's telling
though.
The prophecy.
Wait, have you seen the new meme that's been kind of going around of the WWE guy Vince McMahon like having someone come by and be like, hey, so like whisper something in his ear, and he like gets up and sprints out of the room?
I have not.
Oh god, it's actually so great. I've been
seeing WWE content, but for something very, very different.
The one I can remember off the top of my head that I saw was somebody comes in and goes, sir, we found the guy who invented leg day, and Vince McMahon gets he gets up very worked up and goes to hunt down the guy who invented leg day. So I saw a couple more that were like they whisper something like, obscene, or like, we found the guy who created NTR Dojins, and Vince McMahon gets up and like goes to hunt that man down and probably kill him or something. I don't know. Anyway,
I have not seen those.
I'm imagining the
dear
same
audience
thing now.
Members, if you have any of those, feel free to send them our way.
Now I'm imagining Boa being the person doing that to Ace, and Ace gets like, what? Except he can't run off because, chained to a wall and stuff.
I'm curious. And so we don't really know what she told him outside of what little was revealed about, oh, she told me, Luffy's here and blah, 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 blah. Do you think she told him some other stuff that maybe we don't know.
I love your brother and I will never love you.
That sounds about right. That makes sense. I like that.
Yeah, your brother's here. Make sure he gets out alive because I'm definitely going to marry him and bang him one day.
Anything...
Or, Ace, I kicked your dog.
Oof. But honestly, maybe she, I don't know, like, got any theories about, like, oh, maybe she's leaking, like, war strategies, or I don't know. Maybe she got a message from Whitebeard.
Well, he already knows that Whitebeard's coming for his ass.
Yeah, I don't feel like, well, she might have told him other things, maybe about just the general situation that's happening outside now, perhaps. Although she doesn't really have a whole lot of knowledge regardless about
that's fair,
the war situation, other than the fact that it's happening and she's been called for it. So it feels just like maybe she just ran him through what Luffy's been up to, like from him landing on Amazon Lily up to this point, perhaps. Is the best I can offer, because there's really nothing else she could go in like this long-winded conversation about.
What if they plotted something like a jailbreak strategy or like a plan B or something?
Ace didn't really
talking about Luffy, who could barely count.
Well, that's the thing. It's like, well, in case Luffy fails at whatever he's gonna do,
there was really no
plan
back and forth though, unless she came up with something herself and just told them. There was no back and forth. Like, Ace makes no comments. He just sits there and absorbs what she's saying. So, I mean, maybe Hancock made some kind of plan B. I don't know what that would entail, because I feel like she wouldn't jeopardize her position. If she was going to jeopardize her position as a warlord by jeopardize, I don't know. My brain is mixing itself up. If she was going to jeopardize her position as a warlord, she would have just helped Luffy all the way through in the first place. She wouldn't have just like dropped him off and said, "Good luck." You know,
maybe she just has her
feel like
play. You know,
the plan B doesn't involve her in any way. Shouldn't involve her in any way. So,
what about you, Devin? You got any tinfoil hats baking besides that first one you mentioned?
Nope. Only got the one in the oven. Not enough for two.
Copy.
No twins.
No twins. It's not a meatloaf. It's a cake.
Twins don't run in his family, huh?
I like cake.
Same.
Well, if there's
are we still talking about One Piece or
getting hungry? Anyway, if there's nothing else to talk about, next week's episodes are going to be 433 to 436. Do we have any quotes?
Yes, I do.
Wow, I'm surprised.
And it's only one quote because it's what inspired some of this bit. It's the scene where Bon Clay and Luffy finally reunite, and like Luffy's like, "Oh, I thought you died." And he goes, "Give me a break. Queers never die."
Golden line, by the way. Beautiful.
It's a very fun line that just kind of like slaps you across the face, and you have to go like, "What?" I mean, I'm here for it, but what?
Yeah.
Happy Pride Month, everyone.
I immediately thought Mercy too, because she goes, "Heroes never die" in Overwatch.
I like this. This is acceptable. This pleases me.
Now I want Bon Clay and Mercy cosplay now.
I'm just imagining Bon Clay dressed as Mercy.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he just puts on her getup.
Like, no, hold on.
Like hairy legs and all.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, but then maybe, or what if, no, this is a little too cheap, but I was going to say, like, what if, it's just Bon Clay's, whole image, but then he, slapped his face and changed his face to Mercy.
Nah, I need him in Mercy's getup. It needs to go that way.
Yeah. I agree.
Needs the get up.
Any other quotes?
Crocodile laughing.
True. I've got a bunch actually. I'll start with the Sphinx. Like his opening line is when he goes, "Thin noodle, Chinese noodle, vegetable noodle, barbecue pork noodle, spicy Szechuan noodle, cool dude." and then Buggy and Mr. 3 both turn around and go, "Who, me?" I don't know. It was a weird, and then like later on too, I didn't write it down, but he starts going through like generic pastas, and then goes back to talking about noodles. And somebody, I think Buggy comments on it, and Mr. 3 goes, "It must have been a phase or something like that." It was like, what is happening?
That reminds me of a small little tidbit that annoyed me also from last week. The chimera that they had, when in reality they should have called it a cockatrice. No, you're damn fictional monsters.
Well,
All right, to
it
be
was
fair,
it wasn't a chimera. It was a basilisk.
Oh, my bad. Basilisk.
Yeah.
Know the difference.
In Oda's defense, it has been well established that he likes taking animal-based creatures like this and just like kind of spoofing them. This may become
not even a spoof. That's literally just getting the wrong name.
No, it's a spoof, bro. You call it a basilisk, and it's literally just a chicken with a snake face.
A basilisk is a fucking lizard-like thing that can turn you to stone. A cockatrice is a giant fucking chicken that also could turn you to stone with its venom. Or poison.
Venom.
Nah, I'll see if I'm here.
I mean, to be fair, like the manticores, besides being lions, weren't really manticores either. Like they didn't have the scorpion tails. They didn't have. I mean, sure. I feel like they're about equivalent. This basilisk was still part lizard, not all lizard, like regular basilisk.
It was mostly chicken.
This thing, the manticores here were lions, but they didn't have the wings or the scorpion tail.
They just had human faces instead.
They just had human faces instead, which I don't remember. Well, I guess manticores did like kind of have human faces in mythology, but either way, he kind of Oda takes these things and just kind of twists them however he feels like, you know.
See, Sphinx actually felt well with it because Sphinxes do have the body of a lion and a head of a
yeah, those were just like mini Sphinxes running around.
Well, no, the big one was a Sphinx.
No, I know. He calls the big one a Sphinx, but the little things running around were also just like also small Sphinxes, you know? They weren't really...
I was like, there's not much of a real difference between a Manticore and a Sphinx in these episodes, but I'm not going to push it. It's not...
Yeah, I mean, he's allowed to make any interpretation he wants, obviously.
Also,
he can do whatever.
Do scorpions have ears? I don't think they do. Why were they listening for the noise of Buggy's footsteps?
You're asking great questions.
I mean, they can still hear things, like... They're not
they
deaf.
They normally use their smell to get around.
Yeah, but they're not deaf. Like, they can still react to sound.
It was the vibrations on the floor from Bucky's footsteps.
Sure. Let's go with that.
See, I'd agree with that.
All right.
You science?
Yeah.
Quotes.
No, this reminded me. The only quote I guess I would have was when the Sphinx breaks the floor on level 2 and they're falling. The Sphinx says "gomen." Gomen means sorry in Japanese, and I guess "men" is noodle in Japanese or in some capacity. So the subtitle I got translated his line to "sorry soup" or something like that. Sorry noodle.
Sorry noodle.
That was kind of funny.
I want to go back. I guess I'll just do my last one is with the reveal of not Zoro but Bon Clay. Luffy with tears in his eyes still goes, "I'm so disappointed you're not Zoro, but at least you're alive." that killed me, brother. That line was so good. I'm imagining the scene in my head now, and it's so amazing. I love it. God bless you, Luffy.
Getting catfish by Bon Clay.
Absolutely.
All right, I think we're done with quotes here. Moving on to Golden Ham. Do we really need to even vote on this? We know who it is.
Crocodile.
Why am I not
by
surprised?
that you mean Bon Clay?
If by
then
that
absolutely.
You mean Bon Clay cosplaying as Crocodile, then you've got a winner.
I'm okay with that.
I hate
do another Photoshop, but make Crocodile look like Bon Clay instead. Give him Bon Clay's hair and put the face makeup on.
Why couldn't we just have one unanimous vote here? Why do we have to do this?
I mean, my vote's for Bon Clay. I want to make it clear, but I want this thumbnail now.
Best of both worlds.
Absolutely.
All right, so Bon Clay's our winner of Golden Ham this week, as he should. We got a grab bag this week. Almost didn't, because we're running out of ideas. I feel we need to increase
we're
the pool
not.
a little
We just
bit.
don't coordinate this stuff.
Very correct. I don't know. I don't like writing out coups. Running trivia is hard.
What's that?
You can't do like Miss Valentine Award too often. Career Day. I feel like you don't want to do that too often either.
We'll run out of careers if we do Career Day.
I don't feel like we will. We've got plenty of fruits to work with now.
I don't know. We also, I think I thought about doing recommendation, but I think it's supposed to be Brendan's turn, and that.
No, Brendan gave his a couple weeks ago.
I thought it was Devin. Unless Devin's supposed to be next.
We went to the top of the lineup, and it was Brendan. I'm next, but not yet. Learn speech, fool.
Get good. Grammar.
All right, maybe we'll see what happens next week. Anyway, who's trying to reach in the grab bag this week?
I risked.
We're holding hands, so we can't.
Why don't we do it together then?
All right, hold the bag open. Here you go. Go fishing.
Ooh, ow, oh, ah, oh.
Oops, sorry, my nails are a little long.
No, it's good. I like it.
Could you hurry it up there?
Any of you read manga alongside an anime?
So we got a rain check.
This is a Rain-sama question.
I see.
A very simple one.
Repeat that question one more time for the audience members.
Do any of you read manga alongside an anime?
No.
No.
Kinda. So I didn't read manga I never read manga up until My Hero Academia was coming out anime wise. It was in, I think, season 2. Tournament arc stuff was happening. I might have said the story in the past before. But episode, I was watching weekly on the anime. Episode comes to the end. It gives a highlight of what's coming up next week. And I'm like, wow, that's really hype. I don't want to wait a whole week. I'm going to go to whatever manga chapter would correlate with the anime episodes. And I just started reading from there. So for a little bit, I was reading My Hero Academia while watching reading the manga while watching the anime weekly, all that catching up. I did that again with Black Clover. I think I did that closer to maybe when Black Clover was over. I did that. No, I waited for Jujutsu Kaisen season 1 to finish, and then I read the manga. I guess I'm only doing that with One Piece now that I think about it. Yeah, I read One Piece weekly and I watch it weekly. Also, I'm very, very sad that One Piece is going to go on a 4-week break, even though Oda definitely deserves his 4-week break.
Get fucked, nerd. I don't know what the word is. Sure. I will say that I haven't read manga, but I read manhwa, the Korean equivalent on using webtoons predominantly. And when they had their 3 webtoon animes, Tower of God, God of High School, and Noblesse come out, I didn't watch and read at the same time because I'd already read all 3 of them at the time that they had come out, or I was up to date on the 2 that are still ongoing. But after watching them, each one individually after they came out, I went back and read the chapters that encompassed what happened in the anime to, experienced the superior versions of all 3 of them, because 2 out of 3 of them, the anime, I can't even say 2. I enjoyed Tower of God and I enjoyed Noblesse especially, but God of High School just kind of like shit itself all over the place. I think the anime that is. So yeah, I definitely went back for the good version of that. But yeah, I mean that's like the closest I've come. Otherwise, I never simultaneously.
See, I'm kind of backwards from you. I haven't read a manga in a long time because, funny enough, the app that I was using got sued and they shut it down. So I have no way of doing it because I'm too lazy to look up ways to read manga on my phone anymore. So, unless it's the spicy kind, that's easy to find. But
the man speaks the truth.
Manga with plot.
Yeah, lots of personality.
Lots of personality and lots of plot. So typically, I believe the last manga I actually read was Goblin Slayer. And because I remember I remember hearing about the major controversy and I was like, haha, people don't like this, I'm gonna read it. And then I was like, oh all right,
it's probably way worse in the manga than it is in the anime.
Oh yeah, the show is mild.
Yeah,
they are very mild. I read the manga and I'm like, oh, this is porn.
I was gonna say the Goblin Slayer manga is basically the spicy manga with personality you were talking about just moments ago.
Yes, but like for me, like normally my habit is when I was reading mangas, I'd find a manga, I'd read it, and I might watch the show. And if I find the show first, it really depends on the show and what genre I'm in. Because like there's a couple ones I read before they even came out with an anime. I think it was like Breakblade or something like that. I think it was a mecha one. I was reading that when they were still releasing chapters, and then I caught up, and then I just stopped following it, and then I was like, oh, I've read that before, stuff like that. But like I don't really go side by side and compare them. I'll just like binge one, then check out the other, and typically it's always the manga first, then the anime, because like a lot of the stuff that I've been reading or I've read is, one, not getting an anime, two, already has a shitty anime. Berserk Gantz.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you hate Gantz's anime also.
I only hate its end. Because they cut it short by like 300 chapters. But yeah, so I don't really do the read side by side because, one, I ain't got that much time on my life. I'm already taking up a large amount of my time with just playing video games and watching One Piece. On top of my occasional, anime of the choice of the day, which is, like for me recently, it's what's the Spy X Family?
I started that. I'm allegedly waiting to continue binging it with some friends. I might say fuck them and finish it myself.
Fuck them.
Well, there's like 1 or 2 more weeks left anyway in the season, I think, right?
I have no idea.
Same.
I think they were on episode 10 or something was the most recent. I'm pretty sure it's 12 episode season. I could be wrong, but I'm kind of just assuming. Maybe it's 13. But either way, there's also like another show I'm watching, which is Love X War, I think it's called, or Love is War.
Kaguya-sama?
Kaguya-sama?
Yeah.
Jordy loves that one.
Yeah, that shit's. But yeah, so like I don't read alongside because I don't really see the point in it.
I agree. I mean,
like I'd rather I'm like the type of person that would read the book first, then watch the movie. Or watch the movie, get interested, then read the book and go, man, that movie did suck ass.
I think I agree. I'm someone mostly on the boat of like, and maybe I don't necessarily prefer it this way, but it's just the way I do it because of how, time works and whatnot. It's definitely like binge one and then eventually get onto the other one, whichever comes first. Who knows?
I think it's because you're impatient. You'll be like, oh, I can't wait for the next season to come out. Better read it all.
I think that's a good sign for me. I'm like, yo, if it's like usually I'll watch an anime first. I'm like, wow, it's really that enticing me. I'm going to go pick up the manga. Because like, honestly, like manga is cool, but like, it's definitely not like my favorite thing to do with my time. Especially because certain manga art doesn't translate well to me. Like I could look at a panel and I'm like, I don't really know what's happening here.
There's also some of those animes that are out there that came from light novels, and it's like, I don't want to read. I want to look at pictures.
Yeah, what you said.
I want to watch pictures.
Yeah, I want to watch pictures and look at pictures.
I've got no room for actual manga because the webtoons is just so easy to just pop open my phone, and if I have 15 minutes to spare, just like read 3 or 4 comics or whatever it is. But
webtoons fucks with me though all the time because I read manga and it's always right to left, and then sometimes webtoons it'll be like left to right, and it's like, what have you done?
Stick to one format, please.
I don't know what webtoons you're reading. All of the ones that I've read are just scroll. You just scroll down. It's panel by panel.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, you scroll down, but like typically there's like the text boxes will be in a certain order.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and so like sometimes it'll be left side to right side or right side to left side. And it's like, pick a format, damn it.
Can't all be winners. Anyway,
can't all be winners.
Before we close out, while you guys were talking, I was just scrolling through the interwebs. Coincidentally, I guess I'll spoil when we're recording this. Tomorrow is June 17th, and it so happens to be Kazuki Yao's birthday, and Kazuki Yao is the voice actor for Bon Clay and Frankie.
Ow!
Yow!
They also voice roles for people who might remember, recognize better Django from One Piece. Iki Takeda.
I was thinking of Django from Django Unchained.
Oh no. Iki Takeda from Kenichi the Mighty Disciple. Good show, by the way. Go watch that if you ever get a chance.
Actually.
And Byron from Pokemon. They were gym leader, and they were somebody's dad. I don't remember which region it was, but for all you Pokemon fans, you know who Byron is. He voiced Byron in the Japanese sub. But happy birthday to Kazuki Yao. Much love. We appreciate you. Okama Yao.
Okama
Yao.
Super.
And And with that, I think we're done here.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Panda Sightings. Tell us about how hot it is for you right now, because right now I feel like I'm on the 3rd level. You can also send us questions at pandasightings@gmail.com.
Justin, have mercy,
Christian.
please.
Please. We held hands this whole time.
Guys were already dead.
We're oh, right.
No,
we
yeah,
are.
we pulled the trigger.
We're still in the freeze frame.
Right.
Yeah.
This has
somebody
all
press
been.
play.
We had that whole record scratch and we paused and we went through
Right.
the whole show.
All right, press
Gotcha.
and play in 3, 2, 1.